What's up, Leos? Well, it doesn't matter where Leo's at in your chart. Welcome to Feathered Leo Tarot, where it is Leo here all the time, and I am Feather. So we are going to do a what the F reading and see what comes out for you. See if it's your reading. Let's jump into it. Let's jump into the reading. See what's here for my Leos. What the F for my Leos that need the messages most. Clear channeled messages. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, subscribes, your donations of love, your requests for reads. You're amazing. Checking out my description box and clicking all those links and stuff. I love ya. Leaving awesome comments, subscribing. Well, what the F? It looks like a lot of your love energy is like not moving, stopped. The soul train has stopped. Damn. But you ain't got nothing on your mind but long term. Like, you have got nothing on your mind but long term. You are so far up in your head. You are daydreaming about 10 Pentacles. You were daydreaming about 10 Pentacles. You were daydreaming about 10 of Pentacles in the Hierophant. Long-term commitment and marriage. You are, that's all you got on your mind. What the F? But what you're doing is your love energy is not going anywhere. You haven't gotten your love energy is not targeted towards any specific person. A lot of you are just more focused on your own 3D reality right now and focusing on yourself, respecting yourself, loving yourself a little bit. A lot of it, actually. Respect and love and all of that stuff. And focusing on your coin. Taking care of your family, taking care of your kids, taking care of your home environment, your business, and your career and stuff like that. Your love energy is not going anywhere, but you ain't got nothing but love on your mind. You ain't got nothing but long terms to. You have you are daydreaming, having dreams about long-term commitment. You are daydreaming about commitment and marriage. But you ain't going nowhere. But your love ain't going nowhere. I love y'all. This is powerful energy, though. Okay. You are ready to nurture a relationship, in all honesty, but your love energy is not going towards anyone. So you're more than likely super single Leos. You may have options, but you're saying I'm not headed in one direction. I'm not even communicating with anybody. I ain't going on no dates. Okay. All right. Let's pull some more cards. You are daydreaming about the big time when it comes to relationships. You want the key that fits. You want the person that fits. Something just came through from Brad. You want that specific person that fits, that's going to unlock your heart. It's pretty deep, y'all. It's pretty deep. Okay. Some of y'all went through a divorce. Some of y'all went through a divorce. This could have been a couple years ago. Between a year and 5 years ago, some of you up to 10 years ago. Some of you may have been married longer than 10 years, but this is something that's it's kind of channeled coming through here. You lost faith, or you lost faith in relationships after your marriage ended. Yes, you did. You went through a big loss. This was a big loss for you, for whoever I'm reading for, which is why your love energy is not moving. I'm Feather. Welcome. I give deep messages. Sometimes the messages hit really hard. Most of the time they hit really hard. Check out my other channels here on YouTube. This is it was a huge burden. The relationship was a huge burden. The person may have been verbally abusive for some of you, very cold and cutting, very calculated. It was for some of you, it was pretty traumatic, to the point where regardless, it hurt you so deeply that you lost faith in relationships for quite some time. It was too overwhelming, too much of a burden. So you focused on your own stability, maybe starting a business, really focusing on your own financial empire in your own 3D reality, making sure that you're set, that you're a homemaker, that you're taking care of the kids, and you're in the process of reclaiming this power. You're in the process of realigning yourself to trust and to have faith that there is someone that will match you. Your Queen of Pentacles. You would need a King of Pentacles to match you for the 10 Pentacles. Somebody that strongly cares for family, nurtures family life, very stable, very reliable, very dependable. You're in the process of regaining that faith. Some of you may have been on bended knee praying for years that this person comes along, but for some reason, I don't feel like you were begging the universe. It was like you just, what love? You lost faith in relationships. But I see now that you, whether or not you know it, you are regaining this strength. And for some of you, it's taken a long time. Some of you may not have even known that this was a problem. When you lose faith in relationships and commitments, and you lose faith in the sanctity of marriage and commitment, long-term commitment, you turn your back and you're like, I'm not even going to look at it. I'm not even going to try for it. I'm not even going to entertain it. It's too much of a burden. It's too painful. You just block it out, sever ties with it, and it was because of whatever this was that was a long-term commitment for you. It could have been that you may have been dating somebody or in a relationship with somebody that was still married or in another relationship. You may have been married and be put in a third party. Okay. But there was something there. You're in the process of closing out this cycle of pain and lack of faith in long-term commitments. What the F? Man, I ask for it when I open up to these kinds of readings, don't I? But, you know, y'all need the messages. I'm here for you. I'm here for it. Okay. Well, guess what? For those of you that have been wondering why you haven't had any choices, or why you haven't had great choices in regards to love and relationships, it's because you're so guarded. You're so guarded because of this. You're really just overly focused on your finances. Your focus, your back is turned to anything long term because, yeah, you may be wanting to date. I mean, that's all you daydreaming about. It's all you thinking about. Okay? So you're telling me you want it in a big, big way. But at the same time, you're telling me it hurt. It was extremely painful. So how can you daydream? So it's like by day, you're all happy and optimistic and daydreaming about long-term commitment and marriage. And at night, you're absolutely miserable and overwhelmed with sadness or regret and overwhelmment. So it's like, I'm just going to stick to what I know, and that's the Pentacles. I'll bake some cakes and take care of the babies and make my money and take care of the house. And, you know, you daydream about the long term. And that's beautiful. Because while you're doing that, you're manifesting that. And at the same time, you're saying, I have, you know, like I am the golden opportunity here. I am an amazing option. There is no one like me. Why haven't I been taken off the market yet? Because you're so guarded. You're so guarded and protected in your heart space. Nothing can get in. You're not attracting, you're not allowing it in. You're creating it in the universe, but you're not allowing it to flow in, and you're not attracting it to you because you're basically blocking anything that comes your way. No love, no love, no love, no, no, no. So if you see all these different options and you're like, God, dating is a hassle. Just there's no communication is poor. Nobody moves forward. Nobody nurtures relationships the way that I do. I mean, you are a picky bitch, and that's okay. You should be picky, but this is actually you saying I'm still hurting. In the center of this is I'm still emotionally confused and I'm still hurting. Man, you got some deep fears here, and some limiting beliefs, and you still need to. Maybe it's forgiveness. You could have dealt with a toxic individual. I told you some of you did. But I really feel like these are deep fears. And you are so up in your head about this that your emotions are confused. So you, instead of focusing on balancing your emotions and forgiving yourself or forgiving this person or balancing your own emotions, you protect yourself by focusing on outside things instead of actually looking inside. What do you need to know? What else do you need to know? Okay. The worst is behind you. Okay. You've already started rebuilding. Okay? It's over. The mind games are over. The manipulation is over. The false starts are over. All of that's behind you. You know, you have high standards right now. So the next person that's meant to come in for you, because of the standards that you have and the high boundaries that you have a couple different options headed your way, and one of them is the match that you're looking for. That you say, unless it is my match for long-term commitment, I'm not accepting it. So you've got long-term commitment on your mind, and there's the King of Pentacles that rides in. Now, this person may take a little while to get here. This may be two different options, but the Knight of Pentacles typically makes it to the King of Pentacles status for stable, long-term commitment. What I tell you, even if you're in this negative energy, the universe knows what you truly want and desire. You just have to learn how to balance your emotions, forgive yourself, forgive others, and allow the universe to bring you what it is you truly want. That, my friends, is a beautiful reading. Because this person sees only you. It may take a little while to get here. Less than a year. Some of you, it's right around the corner. But take your time. This person wants to take their time. But even if this is two different offers, slow and steady, I can read this two different ways. You have an opportunity for a long-term commitment, for a stable relationship. If you go slow and steady in this person will be the King of Pentacles. Something you can depend on, something you rely on, somebody that only sees you. And that's what happens when you put up strong boundaries and you focus on your self-worth and self-respect, and you find somebody that does love and respect you as much as you love and respect you. Them's the words, them's the messages. Don't you worry about the stuff from the past. That devil energy's gone. But you're still confused. You're still worried. It still bothers you. Because whatever happened to you in that last relationship, that marriage or long-term commitment, spooked you. It's like getting on a horse and riding a horse, or, you know, it's like getting on a horse and getting bucked off of a horse, falling off a horse. You don't want to ever get back on it. I mean, not many people. It scares you. You know, you fall off a bicycle, get skint up. You kind of hesitant to get back on it. That's the energy here. You're scared to get back on the bicycle. Don't you worry about it. It's going to be okay. You just figure out why you're not allowing love to flow in. Figure out why you're so confused emotionally. And I really feel like you're telling me here, for most of you, that it spooked you. And it's almost as if you fear the boogeyman, and the boogeyman don't exist. The boogeyman may at one time have been a bad relationship. But that don't mean that all relationships are the boogeyman. You understand? Congratulations. That is manifesting, and that is beautiful. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, namaste.